What if one quiet dinner decision could speed up memory loss, increase your risk of a stroke, or silently damage your balance? It sounds like a scare tactic, but for millions of Americans over 60, it's real. Every week, older adults walk into the grocery store and unknowingly bring home a type of fish that's been linked to inflammation, mercury buildup, and even cognitive decline. And they eat it thinking it's healthy. A recent study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that seniors who frequently consume certain high-mercury fish face up to a 60% higher risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases, including Alzheimer's. But here's the good news. Not all fish are villains. Some are true brain defenders. They sharpen your memory, protect your joints, and reduce the inflammation that steals your energy. The difference? Knowing which ones to embrace and which ones to avoid. In this video, we'll walk you through 4 of the best and 4 of the worst fish for people over 60. And the most dangerous one? It might be sitting in your freezer right now. Stay with us, because your next seafood choice could shape your future. 4 golden fish for the golden years. Eat right, stay strong, keep your mind sharp. Number 1, rainbow trout. You may have walked past it at the fish counter without a second glance. But rainbow trout could be the quiet hero your body has been waiting for. Unlike many popular fish, rainbow trout is typically farmed in clean, freshwater environments with strict regulations, especially in the US. That means far less exposure to mercury, PCBs, or antibiotics. For aging bodies that don't detox as easily, that's a big win. But the real magic lies in its nutrition. Rainbow trout is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, a compound directly linked to brain function. According to research from Rush University Medical Center, seniors who consume DHA-rich fish regularly show significantly slower cognitive decline and better memory retention over time. It also provides a generous dose of vitamin B12, critical for preventing fatigue, nerve damage, and muscle weakness, all common complaints after 60. Plus, selenium in trout supports the immune system, while the high-quality protein helps maintain muscle mass, preventing frailty and falls. And if chewing or digestion is a concern? No worries. Rainbow trout has a tender, flaky texture that's easy to chew and light on the stomach, ideal for seniors with dental issues or slower digestion. Let me tell you about Walter, 72. He started baking trout twice a week after his doctor flagged early signs of memory loss. 3 months later, not only was he sleeping better, he remembered birthdays again. His energy? Back. His walks? Longer. Preparing trout is simple. A drizzle of olive oil, a slice of lemon, and 15 minutes in the oven, that's all it takes. No strong fishy taste, just a clean, mild flavor. Choosing rainbow trout means choosing brain strength, joint support, and safe protein, all in one beautiful fillet. It's not just food, it's protection. Number 2, herring. At first glance, herring might remind you of something your grandparents ate in the old country. But don't let its humble appearance fool you. This small fish is a nutritional powerhouse for aging bodies. Herring is one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, 2 compounds that your body cannot make on its own. These nutrients are essential for protecting your heart, reducing inflammation, and keeping your arteries flexible. And that's not just theory. A major study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who ate oily fish like herring at least twice a week had up to a 30% lower risk of fatal heart events. But there's more. Herring is also loaded with vitamin D, a nutrient critical for maintaining bone density, preventing fractures, and even boosting mood in older adults. And here's something unique. Herring's bones are soft and small, especially in canned or pickled form, which means you can eat them. That gives you a natural source of calcium without needing another pill. And don't worry about mercury. Because herring is a small fish low on the food chain, it accumulates far fewer toxins compared to larger predator fish like swordfish or tuna. It's also incredibly versatile. You can eat it smoked on toast, chopped in salads, or paired with boiled potatoes. And it's affordable. No need to break the bank for brain and heart support. There's a reason this was a staple in traditional diets across Europe. Herring keeps your arteries soft, your bones strong, and your meals simple. Sometimes the old-school choices are the smartest ones. Number 3, wild-caught sardines. They're small, They're humble, and they might just be the most underrated superfood for seniors. Wild-caught sardines are packed with more nutrition per ounce than almost any other fish. Let's start with vitamin B12. One small can delivers over 120% of your daily need. That's huge, because B12 deficiency is incredibly common after 60 and can lead to fatigue, poor memory, and even numbness in your hands and feet. Sardines are also bursting with omega-3s, helping reduce chronic inflammation, the hidden cause behind joint pain, stiffness, and even heart disease. According to the Cleveland Clinic, omega-3s from whole fish like sardines are more bioavailable than supplements. Your body absorbs them better. That's not all. Sardines contain coenzyme Q10, CoQ10, a compound that supports heart function and energy production. CoQ10 levels naturally decline with age, especially in those taking statins or blood pressure meds. Sardines help replenish that loss. And once again, because sardines are low on the food chain, they're naturally low in mercury, making them one of the safest choices for seniors. Easy to chew, easy to digest. Canned sardines are available in olive oil, tomato sauce, or mustard. No cooking needed. Just open, mash, spread on toast or crackers, or toss in a salad. I'll tell you about Joan, 69. She used to struggle with constant joint aches. After adding sardines to her lunch 3 times a week, her stiffness started to fade. Within a month, she was gardening again, something she thought she'd given up for good. These tiny fish are nature's secret weapon for aging well. Brain, heart, bones, they support it all. And the best part? They cost less than a latte. Number 4. Wild-caught salmon. If there's one fish that deserves a permanent place on your plate, it's wild-caught salmon. This isn't just a health food. It's brain fuel, joint support, heart armor, and muscle maintenance, all in one. Especially for seniors, it's the gold standard. Let's start with the omega-3s. Wild-caught salmon, especially from Alaska, is loaded with long-chain omega-3 fatty acids. These reduce inflammation, support brain function, and improve heart rhythm. A study in the Journal of Neurology found that seniors who ate salmon 2 to 3 times a week had less brain shrinkage and performed better on memory tests. But the benefits go far beyond memory. Each serving contains over 22 grams of high-quality protein, helping fight sarcopenia, the muscle loss that increases fall risk in older adults. It's also rich in potassium, which helps control blood pressure and prevent strokes. And then there's astaxanthin, the antioxidant that gives salmon its pink hue. It supports eye health, improves skin elasticity, and slows signs of aging. What makes wild-caught salmon even more powerful is what it doesn't contain. Unlike farmed salmon, it's free of antibiotics, artificial dyes, and excess omega-6s that cause inflammation. Let's talk about Dorothy, 76. Her energy was fading. Her grip strength was down. After swapping out tilapia for wild salmon twice a week, she started feeling stronger. Her doctor, shocked at the improvements in her labs. Her balance, better. Her face, brighter. Cooking salmon is easy. Bake, grill, or air fry it with olive oil, garlic, and lemon. It pairs beautifully with any veggie, and the flavor is rich but not overpowering. When you choose wild salmon, you're choosing sharper memory, stronger muscles, and fewer falls. You're choosing to stay upright and independent. 4 fish that seem healthy but quietly harm people over 60. Number 1, farmed tilapia. It looks healthy. It's easy to cook. It's on every senior cafeteria menu. But farmed tilapia may be doing more harm than good. Most tilapia sold in the US is imported, often farm-raised in overcrowded ponds in countries with weak regulations. These fish are frequently treated with antibiotics, exposed to polluted water, and fed unnatural diets that lead to contamination. One of the biggest problems? Its omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Unlike salmon or sardines, farmed tilapia is high in omega-6 fats, which can trigger chronic inflammation, the hidden root of arthritis, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. A study cited in Science Daily found that farmed tilapia contained more inflammatory fats than hamburger or bacon. So that healthy fish on your plate? It might be worse than red meat. And here's where it gets serious. Inflammation isn't always loud. It creeps in, causing joint pain, mental fog, fatigue, and slower healing. For older adults, this can mean a faster decline in mobility, independence, and quality of life. Many seniors eat tilapia weekly, thinking it's safe. It's in frozen dinners, lunch trays, even hospital meals. but it may quietly be accelerating the very issues they're trying to fix. If you've been feeling stiffer, more tired, or just not quite yourself, and tilapia is a regular part of your diet, it might be time to rethink. There are better options, safer fish, more nourishing choices. Tilapia might be cheap and convenient, but the long-term cost could be your comfort, clarity, and strength. Number 2, king mackerel. It sounds healthy. Mackerel, it's oily, full of omega-3s, and found in many Mediterranean diets. But not all mackerel are created equal, and one in particular could be silently poisoning seniors, king mackerel. Unlike its cousins such as Atlantic or Spanish mackerel, king mackerel is dangerously high in mercury, a heavy metal that builds up in the body over time. And for older adults, the risk is higher. As we age, liver and kidney function naturally decline, making it harder to detox. Mercury isn't just a toxin, it's a master of disguise. Its symptoms mimic aging, memory loss, confusion, hand tremors, dizziness, depression. You might think, this is just getting old. But what if it's the fish? According to the FDA, king mackerel consistently tests above the legal mercury limit. Yet it's still sold in markets, often unlabeled. Worse, many restaurants serve it grilled or fried under the generic name mackerel, without telling you which kind. Even small, repeated servings can push mercury levels into the danger zone, especially if you're also taking medications that stress the nervous system or liver. If you've been feeling more foggy, unsteady, or anxious lately, and mackerel's on your menu, it might be time to ask, was it king? The safer options? Atlantic or Spanish mackerel. Smaller, cleaner, and just as delicious. Because at this stage in life, every choice matters. And protecting your brain isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Number 3, swordfish. Swordfish, the steak of the sea. It's firm, flavorful, and served at many upscale restaurants. But behind that rich taste lies a quiet threat, especially for those over 60. Swordfish is one of the most mercury-contaminated fish in the ocean. Why? Because it's a large predator at the top of the food chain. It lives long, eats a lot, and accumulates high levels of mercury from all the smaller fish it consumes. According to the Environmental Defense Fund, swordfish can contain up to 3 times the legal mercury limit. For younger adults, an occasional serving might be okay. But for seniors, with slower detox systems and often multiple medications, it's a dangerous mix. The real danger? Symptoms don't show up overnight. Mercury builds slowly, and its effects look like normal aging. Trouble sleeping, shaky hands, poor balance, foggy thinking. Let me tell you about Frank, 73. He enjoyed swordfish once a month, a grilled treat, at his favorite seafood spot. But after a year, his hands trembled when writing. He started missing turns while driving. His wife thought it was early dementia. It wasn't. It was mercury buildup. Once he stopped eating swordfish, things slowly improved. And here's something few people know. Combining swordfish with alcohol or medications that tax the liver, like statins or blood pressure drugs, can make the effects worse. So while swordfish might feel like a gourmet choice, it could be quietly speeding up decline. At this stage in life, taste should never come at the cost of clarity, balance, or independence. Skip the swordfish. There are safer, equally delicious options. Number 4, farmed Atlantic salmon. It looks healthy. It's sold everywhere, and many people over 60 eat it, thinking they're doing the right thing. But farmed Atlantic salmon may be the most misleading fish on your plate. Let's be clear, this isn't the same salmon we praised earlier. Wild-caught salmon from Alaska is a health hero. But the farmed version? It's a very different story. Most farmed salmon is raised in crowded pens, often in foreign waters with low safety standards. To prevent disease, farmers use antibiotics, pesticides, and even synthetic dyes to make the flesh look pink. But the biggest issue? The fat. Farmed salmon has more omega-6 and less omega-3, the opposite of what your aging body needs. This promotes inflammation, the root of joint pain, blood sugar issues, and even memory decline. Studies have found links between farmed salmon and increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. And some are even genetically modified to grow faster, with unknown long-term effects. Many seniors are unknowingly eating this fish weekly, in frozen meals, restaurants, or senior living centers. They believe it's helping their heart, when in reality, it could be hurting their liver, brain, and immune system. If salmon's on sale and the label says Atlantic or doesn't say wild-caught, It's almost always farmed. The worst part? It feels like a healthy choice, but inside, it may be fueling the very decline you're trying to avoid. Real salmon heals, farmed salmon hides. Choose wisely, because your health deserves the real thing. It's not just a meal, it's a choice that shapes your independent life. The fish you choose each week may seem like a small detail, but over time, those choices shape your memory, your balance, your ability to live independently. You don't need to fear food, you just need to know the truth behind the label. Because while some fish quietly support your heart, brain, and bones, others quietly chip away at your strength, one forkful at a time. And most people over 60, they have no idea. But now you do. You're not just choosing dinner. You're choosing energy to walk farther, the clarity to remember names, the balance to stand tall without fear. So, which fish will stay in your freezer after today? And which ones will you say goodbye to? Let us know in the comments. Type 1 if you were surprised by one of the dangerous fish. Type 2 if you're checking your freezer today. And tell us, what's your favorite healthy fish and how do you cook it? Your choices matter, and every smart step you take brings you closer to the strong, vibrant life you deserve.